Happy Sunday evening to everybody out there. Happy Memorial Day weekend. This is Chris from CD Scale Models coming at you. Well, the 32 Ford Roadster is done. Seems fitting since I announced it the weekend of Christmas 2022, so it only took 5 months for me to build this kit. Well, that's not necessarily true. I really couldn't start it until April, per se, really get into the thick of it. I mean, I sanded all the mold lines and I did all that stuff and I got all the prep work done, but I really couldn't get into the thick of it for quite a while. However, I want to apologize really quickly because I want to get into this build because I put a lot into it. Like I do all my builds, I try to see if I can put as much, if not more, into each build. I want to apologize because I haven't really had a chance to watch and comment on a lot of people's videos like I've been doing. As you guys know that follow me and know my situation, my kids and I run around with them constantly like a chicken without a head, constantly taking them places, and the only time that I really have to build this kit, honestly, is maybe from 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I would stay up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning building this kit, and I would get up at 6 o'clock the next morning. It's the only time I really could do it. I'm not complaining about it either. I enjoy it. Granted, 3.5 hours sleep is not the greatest for someone to function on. I can function on that. I mean, I didn't do it constantly, but for the last 2.5 weeks, I didn't get much sleep. So anyway, with that being said, I tried to comment on some of you guys' videos. I just don't want you to think, I don't want anyone to think that, I'm just like, yeah, okay, too bad. The hell with you guys. I'm ignoring you. That's not it at all. It's just that trying to find the time with this build is very difficult. And then I have a buddy build coming up with Justin from J Hart Model Works. And then I also have that Street Machine group build. I can maybe squeeze out a 4th kit before the end of the year, but in reality, it's probably 3 kits. I mean, I'd love to do another hot rod because hot rods do not take all that long to build. They're really not too difficult. So we'll see. But at any rate, I just wanted to reach out to you guys and say, listen, I'm going to try to catch up on some more of my videos. Please accept my apologies. There's no motive behind it, pretty much is what I wanted to say. Anyway, I wanted to get into this kit. I'm going to try to let you guys know what I did to it, to add to it, to put into it. So anyway, it's a terrific kit. Goes together great. These hot rods, there's really nothing to them. They're excellent kits. And I've said it before. They're a nice, I don't even want to say a slump buster. But if you get involved in a very detailed kit, these are kind of nice because they go together well. There's not a huge parts count to them. But like me, I put a lot of extras into them. I probably don't need to, but then again, that's not my build style. But if you just wanted to build it right out of the box, it's a really, really nice kit. There's no fit issues. There's really no negativity on it. It's really wonderful. The only negative, if you want to say, is the windshield, the Duval windshield, because it's very, very thin and it's fiddly. And I didn't get it as well as I wanted to either, but I did get it and I am happy with it. And I'm not going to, complain too much about it. But anyway, I did it in alclad copper. Now, the normal alclad copper looks like it's like a copper penny color. But if you look over here, here's my little pointer. It's a shish kebab skewer. It's all right, though. It works. I put Pearl X in the 2K clear. And if anyone has Pearl X, I have the full set. I think it's 32 little jars. I used metallic Aztec gold, and it kind of made it look like a honey color. It's still coppery, but it's not as coppery because of the Pearl X. It's awesome looking. I love it. It goes together great with the stripes. I was trying to replicate a 1-to-1 car that I saw, and if you follow me on Facebook, my Facebook page is Chris Scales, and I'm also in the USACC Group Builders Facebook page. I'm going to post some pictures of this car, some more detailed shots of it, because I don't have the technology on my camera to do still shots at the end of the video like a lot of people do. I just don't have the time, and I don't care about it. But I'm going to put still shots on the Facebook page. So if anyone wants to see my progress so they can really see detailed what I've done, that's a great place to go. So anyway, I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, so I did a lot of things to this model. As usual, I put Pegasus wheels on it. I tried to get different Pegasus wheels than, the standard ones. And they have the knockoffs on them. I forgot what they're called, but they're big and littles. I have valve stems on them. And I'm going to take the hood off before it falls, and I have an issue. You want to get the hell off, please? Jesus. All right. So, the interior is Tamiya wooden deck tan. It's a lacquer. I put the kit decals on it. What I did was I used the scalpel blade, and I really cut alongside each little individual part of the flame. I tried to get as close to the carrier film as I could. I did not do any damage to the decals in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how I did it, but someone must have been looking down on me. The decals laid down perfectly. I love them. I used microsol, microset. I was going to use the Tamiya extra strong, but I really didn't think I needed to, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I even put the decal on the hood, and it looks great. And as far as the engine goes, I tried to do a gold theme, the beige interior, and I wanted to just do some blue highlights. The tips of the flames have blue in them, which I like. So I wanted to just do a little bit of a tie-in. A lot of guys, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of guys will take another color or corresponding color, and they'll just slap it in anywhere. And that's fine, you want to do that. I try to just do little hints of it, because to me, the subtlety looks a little nicer. Like I didn't want to just slam everything blue and gold, blue and gold. It's a little too much. I wanted to put hints of it. And I tried to stay within a 3-color theme, so I didn't want to go too crazy with the blue, but I put little hints of blue. So with the blue flame tips, the seatbelt buckles are photo etch, and if you look inside, I colored the inside part of the buckle blue, like Ford. I used a photo etch steering column. I used photo etch door handles. I also used photo etch pedals, and I colored in the inserts of the photo etch pedals with a Sharpie, wiped away the excess. I also put a photo etch radio inside the dashboard. I'm going to try to be ginger. I put a photo etch radio inside the dash. The one-to-one car that I tried to replicate had a radio. Most of these cars that I see built, the kits, they don't have a radio. So I cut a little piece of styrene, I shaped it, and it's right in the center of the dashboard, and I put the little radio there. And the steering wheel, Justin from J Hart Model Works gave me. It's a Momo steering wheel. It's perfect. Put it on there. Photo etch door handles. Photo etch speaker grills. I also put photo etch wipers. I was doing some research, and I was curious if a Duval windshield did in fact have windshield wipers. And I found out that it did. So I had these Detail Master Street Rod. They're made for hot rods. Street Rod windshield wipers. So I put them on. On the back of the kit, I also drilled out a little rivet detail for the trunk. I put that in there. I also drilled out on the seat back. I drilled out a little tiny pinhead just to give it a little extra dimension and a little look. So I don't know if you can see right there on the seat back, there's a little head of a dress pin. Turned out great. Did a wash on the interior. What else did I do? The 2 carbs on the top, they're from Mr. Model. Those turned out excellent. The breathers are ProTech breathers. This one has the breather line attached to it. I have throttle linkage. I have my support straps. I have a photo etch radiator cap. I have ProTech photo etch upper and lower radiator hoses. The headlights are not the kit headlights. I got rid of them, and I bought Detail Master Street Rod headlights, and I also made my own front shocks. Yeah, I could have left the kit ones alone, but I wanted to try to do something a little different. And if you can see over here, I don't know if you can, but the Street Rod lights, they have the little cable ran with the little fasteners at the end for the electric. I also put a front spreader bar, but I bent it. A lot of the hot rods, they just put a regular spreader bar, and that's fine. The one-to-one car that I saw actually had a bent spreader bar. And if anyone knows what I'm talking about, you've seen it. I've never seen it done on a model kit. Now, maybe it has been. I've never seen it, so I don't want to take credit, but I've never seen it. The shifter in the interior, it's a pin, and I shaped it to the kit one. The actual head of the shifter is a Mr. Model shift knob. The car has disc brakes all around. They're Pegasus disc brakes. They're made to fit the front and the rears. I have a fuel line that I ran. I have real metal shocks. I got rid of the kit ones, put real metal shocks. I also took the muffler. I cut the kit cherry bombs out, and I put Mr. Model aluminum mufflers, and then the exhaust tips are for Mr. Model. Those are aluminum as well. And I just colored the interior of the exhaust tips with black craft paint, acrylic craft paint. I put a Protect metal oil filter. I painted it orange, and then the bottom part of it, I painted it black. There is bolt details all underneath to replicate all the fasteners and all the joints. The brake lines are fully wired. I added a master cylinder to the kit. I have to thank Tom, Rambler69. He mentioned that this kit did not have a master cylinder, so I made sure I ordered one. I ordered it, I put it on. Trying to think what else I did. The grill is a Model Car Garage photo etch grill. I got the Model Car Garage photo etch set for this kit. I wanted to push my skills. It's the first time I used a metal grill. This is not the kit grill with a wash. That is real metal. And I just painted the back part of the surround flat black with black craft paint. Can't tell. Another thing that I did with this kit was, I know Barbados Rex. I know he says Barbados. I just call him Barbados Rex. Oh, by the way, this car does have valve stems. Like all my builds, valve stems all around. He mentioned that instead of doing Alclad, what he did was someone recommended that they took the Mr. Color Super Bright Chrome and they put 14 parts thinner to 1 part paint. So I tried it, and yeah, it is a chrome look. Now, would the Alclad give you a tad more of a chrome look? Very slightly, but the only difference is this is handleable. The Alclad is not. And if you're trying to handle some of these parts, you're going to lose that luster. So what I did was I just mixed up a bunch of thinned down super bright chrome. Now, if anyone wants to try it, they can. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick up, but it really kind of looks like chrome. So if anyone wants to try it, I did it on the exhaust tips. I did it on the bars over here in the back. Another thing that I did with this kit, and I mentioned it on my Facebook, I wanted to get the look of bushings. So what I did was I took a little Top Studio washer. I dabbed it with a black Sharpie, let it dry. I put the washer in the place where I wanted it, and then I put my little Protect bolt over it to replicate like a bushing. Like if you look at the engine mounts right over there, the 2 mounts under the engine, if you look, you'll see that there's a little black piece under the bolt head. That is to replicate a bushing. I just thought it was an extra detail. I did it. I also did it on the rear tail lights. On the rear tail lights, I took the little Mr. Model dashboard gauges. They're round. I painted it with a Sharpie, and I laid the headlights over that. So it's not going to show up well, but when you look at it close on, it looks like the rubber bushing that you would see underneath the kit. The support straps I put, another thing I did on this kit, on the real one-to-one car, I don't know what it is, but there's a bar here. It's a support bar. I wanted to copy it. It just gives it more dimension and more detail. And the hood fits on it nice. It's nice and level. I really wanted to take this to another level because I would like to bring it to another show, because that's kind of the whole point with me. I do like to build for myself, but I do like to bring my builds to shows. I'm confident enough now where I want to bring it. Do I expect it to win anything? No. But I want to bring it to a show and have people look at it and go, wow, that's really unique looking. You know, again, this is nothing extraordinary, but I just think that I took it to another level, and I really am happy with the build. I don't want to take too much time. I'm going to start working on that Chevelle. I already cut the parts off the trees. I'm going to start sanding mold lines and all that stuff. I'm going to start cleaning up the parts. And once Justin is done with his Challenger, I'm going to stop my Chevelle. And then we're going to go to our buddy build. And then once the buddy build is done, I'm going to go back to my Chevelle. And then I'll see where I am at that point. And if I can sneak another kit in, I will. I don't think if I forgot anything else on this kit, I'm sure when I shut the video, I'm going to go, I forgot. But I can't think of everything. All I can tell you is I put a ton of photo etch in this kit. The gas cap on the gas tank is Mr. Model metal photo etch. The spreader bar in the back is aluminum K&S tubing. I really hope this shows. I hope everything comes through. I'm going to put this on my Facebook. Oh, the last thing I wanted to show you, I do have throttle linkage on the car, but the last thing I wanted to show you guys was on the real Stacy David hot rod, he has fuel lines running to the fuel pump, and he has the anodized red and blue aluminum. I took the mixed hose joints from Top Studio, painted them silver, and then I painted them red and blue, and if you can see over there, I have them running to the fuel line, to the fuel pump with Protec, the really, really thin fuel line. The radiator cap is photo etch as well. The hood fits on perfectly. I really like the kit. Please tell me what you guys think. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope to speak to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the holiday. God bless everybody, and thanks. Bye-bye.